Snail. We start gentle. A snail, slowly crossing a leaf. Normal, right? Look at its eye stalks. If they're pulsing, swollen, throbbing, flashing green and brown like a tiny disco, that snail has been taken. A parasitic flatworm called Leucochloridium has invaded its eyes and is now puppeteering the snail into open daylight, making those stalks look exactly like fat, juicy caterpillars. Birds swoop down, eat the eye stalks, and the parasite gets exactly where it needs to go. A bird's digestive tract where it reproduces. Survives. Blind, violated, confused, but alive. Ready to be used again. Mouse. A mouse that isn't afraid of cats shouldn't exist. Fear of cats is hardwired into mice. It's survival. But a mouse infected with Toxoplasma gondii doesn't just lose that fear. Studies show it becomes attracted to cat urine. It walks toward the smell. It lingers. It gets eaten. And the parasite, which can only sexually reproduce inside a cat's gut, gets exactly what it engineered. Here's where it gets darker. Toxoplasma infects humans too. Around 1/3 of the global population carries it. And while researchers debate the effects, studies have linked it to subtle behavioral shifts, risk-taking, reaction time changes. So ask yourself, how many of your decisions are actually yours? Ant. The zombie ant, the original, the one that started it all. Ophiocordyceps fungus infiltrates a carpenter ant, not by invading the brain, but by surrounding and controlling the muscles directly. The ant climbs, not randomly, specifically. 25 centimeters above the forest floor, north-facing at peak humidity. Then it bites into a leaf vein with a force that locks its jaw permanently. A bite so powerful it's called the death grip. The fungus then erupts from its head, raining spores onto ants below. Scientists found fossilized death grip leaves from 48 million years ago. This parasite has been perfecting its technique since before humans existed, and it's still refining it today. Cicada. Cicadas emerge after 17 years underground, ready for weeks of life and reproduction. Massospora fungus has other plans. It replaces the cicada's abdomen, literally dissolves it, and fills the cavity with a plug of white fungal spores. The cicada feels nothing. It keeps flying, keeps trying to mate, and every time it attempts to, it spreads spores. But here's the twist. Massospora chemically engineers the cicada's behavior by producing psychoactive compounds, the same ones found in hallucinogenic mushrooms. The cicada isn't just zombified. It might be high, flying around in a euphoric haze, body crumbling, spreading infection with every flap of its wings. Nature doesn't do mercy. Cockroach. The jewel wasp doesn't want to kill a cockroach. Dead cockroaches rot. She needs it fresh. So she delivers 2 surgical stings. The first paralyzes the front legs temporarily. The second goes directly into the brain's escape reflex center, neutralizing the cockroach's will to run. Not its ability, its will. She then chews off half its antennae, drinks the hemolymph for nutrition, and leads the roach, now calmly walking on a leash of its own antenna, back to her burrow. She lays an egg on it, seals the burrow. The cockroach sits there, grooming itself, waiting, while a larva slowly eats it alive from the inside, keeping it fresh by avoiding vital organs until the very end. Spider. Spiders are predators. They build traps. They don't become the trap. Unless recliner Velis nielseni wasp gets involved. This parasitic wasp lays an egg on a living spider. As the larva grows, it chemically hijacks the spider's brain, compelling it to dismantle its normal web and build a specific cocoon support structure, a simplified, reinforced web designed to cradle and protect the larva's cocoon after it kills the spider. The spider works tirelessly, building its own replacement. When the web is complete, the larva kills it, hangs its cocoon in the structure, and develops safely. The spider spent its last days constructing a nursery for the thing that murdered it. shops. Sacculina is a barnacle, but it doesn't look like one. It injects itself into a crab as a microscopic cell, then spreads root-like tendrils through every organ, every limb, every corner of the crab's body. It castrates the crab immediately, hijacking its reproductive resources. If the host is male, Sacculina chemically feminizes it, reprogramming its behavior so it tends to Sacculina's eggs the way a female crab tends to her own. The male crab fans, protects, and nurtures eggs that aren't his. That aren't even a crab's. And he does it with complete dedication because the parasite has rewritten what dedication means inside his nervous system. Grasshopper. Grasshoppers avoid water. Its instinct, Spinochordodes tellini, the hairworm, spends its larval stage inside the grasshopper, absorbing nutrients, growing to 3 times the host's body length while coiled inside it. When it's ready, it releases proteins that penetrate the grasshopper's brain and rewrite its photoreceptor response, making the grasshopper drawn to light, reflecting off water. The grasshopper walks to the nearest body of water and jumps in, drowning itself. The hairworm bursts free and swims away to reproduce. Scientists isolated the exact brain proteins the worm hijacks. The grasshopper had no chance. It was never in control. Outrow. 8 animals, 8 parasites, 8 complete takeovers, and not one of them is science fiction. What unsettles people most isn't the gore, it's the precision. These parasites don't just infect, they customize. They don't just kill, they schedule it. They evolve alongside their hosts for millions of years, finding every crack in every nervous system, every fear, every instinct, every behavior, and flipping it. The question scientists keep returning to isn't just how they do it, it's how many we haven't found yet. Drop a comment. Which one got under your skin the most?